welcome to another week, another Monday, I should say. Just another day, just another day. This week I'm going to do Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time, in case you didn't understand by the title, and you're just like, oh, what did he review? I'm not even going to read the title. No, blank clicking. Anyways, I like to say this before I start reviews. I don't really like getting really technical with reviews, like, oh, the cameras that they used were great, and I don't really like talking about the dynamics. I really just keep it basic. Did the actors do a good job? Is the movie good? Is it exciting? Is it enjoyable, entertaining? I don't really like to make things too complicated. I just keep them basic, straightforward, and simple. Now, in case you're one of like 5 people in the world that did not know this movie is based on the 2003 video game by the same name, Prince of Persia: Sands of Time. Now, although this movie is mainly about the Sands of Time, the first video game, it also incorporates things from the other 2 video games in the series. The lead role, Prince Dastan, is played by Jake Gyllenhaal, who had to put on an accent for this movie, and I'm sure a lot of the other characters in this movie did as well, although he kind of slips up on his accent every now and then, as everyone's saying. You can kind of see it every now and then, but really not that noticeable unless you're super picky and you're way too attentive. I think there was maybe one time where I caught it, but the rest of the time, it doesn't really bother me. It's not a big deal. This movie is about, well, it's before Jake Gyllenhaal. It takes place maybe 15 years earlier. Jake Gyllenhaal is an orphan kid, and when he shows courage in the village, the king sees him and decides to adopt him. He has no blood and no eye for the throne. That's all in quotes, by the way. That's what this was. Anyways, it skips to 15 years later, and Prince Dastan is living enjoyably in the kingdom with the king and the king's 2 sons, now his 2 brothers. As his 2 brothers plan war strategies, battle strategies, a spy sends word that the holy city of Amalek, I think I'm saying that right, that they are supplying weapons and selling them to the an enemy city of Persia. So Dastan's brother decides to invade the city, and that is where Prince Dastan finds this special weapon. It's a sword with sand in it, and later he finds it can turn back time. This is in the preview, in case you're wondering, hey, I didn't want to know that. It's in the preview. It's a pretty key thing to the plot. It's very essential to know when you're watching this movie. Soon after this, when King Shahraman dies, Prince Dastan's adopted father dies. Prince Dastan is accused of the murder, so he must flee the city, and then he spends the rest of the movie kind of keeping this sword out of, or this dagger, actually, sorry, not a sword, it's a dagger. Keeps this dagger out of reach of an evil doer. That's all I want to say. I don't really want to give away details, so that's it. That's all I want to say. I personally, I like this movie. It's getting some pretty mixed reviews, but as long as you aren't too into the video game and you don't spend the whole time comparing the movie to the video game, I think you'll really enjoy this movie. And if you've never played the game, check this movie out. Jake Gyllenhaal does a great job of playing Dastan, and I think there's a lot of action in this movie. It's enjoyable. I think the one thing I didn't like was with the action, though, a lot of it is just they're in a place, and then he has to try and escape out of it. So I think there's maybe 4 or 5 times where he's in an area, and then they're like, oh, Dastan, and then he has to do his parkour shit to get out. So I don't know. I think that could have been done a little bit less. Besides from that, the movie's good. I know it's kind of all over the place with this review, but it's late. I don't know. I just wanted to get it done. Gotta keep this channel rolling a little bit. I think I am 99.9% sure I have posted a video every single Monday since this channel started, and I think it's great. Sometimes I feel like I should just stop, but I gotta keep it rolling. Last week I said if you want to join this channel, put a video response of a video of a movie review. Not a single response, so I guess I'm gonna keep rolling on my own, and hopefully this review wasn't too painful, and that you'll bear with me on this. It seems like this every week, but I got a job, I have a life, gotta do this. I do daily videos on another channel, so this is kind of something I squeeze in late at night when I'm just hanging out. See you next Monday.